up on Mountain News this morning, Governor Andy Beshear spoke about Charlie Kirk's death during yesterday's Team Kentucky briefing. And the search continues for two men in Pulaski County who went missing 3 days ago.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Caroline Mueller. We are inching up on that 5 o'clock hour on this Friday, September 12th. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmel for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, it has just been an absolutely beautiful week. I've been loving the warm weather and I hope that's here to stay a little longer.
Well, I have some good news for you because yes, it is going to stay on for a little bit longer, but we are going to trend warmer as we head into the weekend. So that's good news for some of you summer fans, maybe not great news for the fall fans out there. But here's what we're seeing this morning. A mixture of the 50s and 60s. Definitely did not feel bad as I headed out the door this morning. And that will be the same sentiment for most folks out in the region. And as we head into the afternoon, here's a look at those temperatures. Now, normally we set 80 degrees for today, but we're looking at those low to mid 80s. So some folks will be significantly warmer than average. And we are watching just a little bit of fog as you are heading out the door, especially as you travel towards that Kentucky-Tennessee border. A lot of dense fog, especially in Williamsburg and Jonesville. So just make sure you're driving safe this morning. Caroline.
Sounds good, Megan. Thank you. A man has died after a crash earlier this week in Perry County. State police say it happened Monday afternoon on Highway 15 near Hazard. A pickup truck and a car collided head-on. Police say 78-year-old Roger Combs of Hazard was going north when he crossed into the southbound lane, hitting a car driven by 50-year-old Edward Goins of Sassafras. Combs was taken to Hazard ARH. Goins was flown to Johnson City Medical Center, where he later died. The search continues for two men in Pulaski County who went missing 3 days ago. Arthur Johnson and his neighbor Rich Webb went fishing Tuesday. Now the men and their boat are missing. Their truck and trailer were found at the ramp. Crews searched until late Wednesday night and continued yesterday with some divers in the water. At last check, there was still no sign of the men. Utah's governor says his state will pursue a death penalty case against the person responsible for gunning down conservative activist Charlie Kirk Wednesday at Utah Valley University. The governor says authorities have received more than 7,000 tips as the manhunt for the shooter continues this morning. Investigators are honing in on one particular suspect, releasing new surveillance video and enhanced photos overnight. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest from New York.
He's come out on the right.
Overnight, the FBI released new surveillance video in hopes of finding the person who killed conservative influencer Charlie Kirk. In this clip, a person seen running across the roof of a building just after the fatal shot, then jumping down.
He left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. After leaving Utah Valley University, they say the person crosses the street into some nearby woods. There, investigators say they found a high-powered bolt-action rifle. The FBI also released new, enhanced photos of the suspect, a figure wearing a black T-shirt with an American flag and an eagle on it, dark jeans, a baseball cap, sunglasses, and a backpack.
We are truly hopeful that this video and new photos will lead to even more tips.
This home security video, obtained by TMZ, appears to show the shooter walking through a nearby neighborhood about a half hour before the shooting. After Kirk's murder, which happened during one of the college campus debates that became a hallmark of his career, President Trump announced he will posthumously award Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on.
Yesterday, Vice President J.D. Vance, a close friend of Kirk's, traveled to Utah with the Second Lady and Kirk's widow to escort his body home to Arizona on board Air Force Two. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The FBI has set up a tip line and is offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the identification and capture of the suspect. Governor Andy Beshear also spoke about Charlie Kirk's death during yesterday's Team Kentucky briefing. Beshear didn't know Kirk, but called his death, quote, an incredibly violent moment. He said he hopes Kirk's death doesn't further divide Americans.
Anger doesn't help us heal. Anger doesn't help us make sure that this doesn't happen in the future. And lashing out at groups of people cannot be the answer to creating a better Commonwealth and a better country.
Governor Beshear also wants to see leaders condemn the rhetoric that can lead to violent actions. Kirk was on the University of Kentucky campus in 2023 during his Live Free tour. His death is now the topic of conversation among many UK students.
Well, I wanted to get in politics from a young age, and Charlie really affirmed that dream. And it's just a shame that I hate to see him go so early. He's had a huge impact on the youth.
In light of Kirk's death, UK students say social media posts from Gen Z users have been mixed, from calls for more gun control to offering thoughts and prayers to the family. Some also feel his death will not only spark conversation about the political climate on campus, but hopefully increase safety when speakers come to visit. A group of high school students in Letcher County took the day off from school yesterday to honor the lives lost during 9/11. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino has their story.
Hayden, Keelan, and Jacob, 3 JROTC students from Letcher County Central High School who chose to honor September 11th in a special way.
We thought it would be good to just get out, the 3 of us, from school and just take a day off and remember those who passed away.
The young men started at the VFW in downtown Whitesburg around 11:30 on Thursday. They marched nearly 13 miles to the Isom Double Quick, each step honoring those lives lost on 9/11 and making sure their generation never forgets.
And for this younger generation who's not been exposed to some of the hardships we've had in the past, it's really important to remember that and what it meant to the nation, and of course all those fine folks that died that day.
And although they were not around for the historic day, the young men say they still feel the heavy weight.
And for me, I wasn't around that time. I was born in 2007. I just wanted to get out and do something for the families to show that we really do care. And that's why it's important to me, because I care. I just care.
With their boots laced up and nearly 50-pound ruck bags on their back.
You want to feel that pain. You want to go through it. When you think of the pain, all the weight I have in here makes me think of all the lives lost on this day. So I'm carrying that weight, and I'm proud of it. I want to raise awareness for it. I want people to know more about it.
Taking it upon themselves to honor lost lives and bring awareness to the younger generation. In Letcher County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The young men say in the future they hope to have a larger group to march with them. They are also planning a march on November 11th, which is Veterans Day. Hazard High School hosted a special assembly to honor first responders on the anniversary of September 11th. Police, firefighters, and EMS were invited to the forum for the ceremony. Students and staff provided coffee and donuts as a small way to say thank you. The program also included music and a timeline of events that took place on 9/11. Teachers say the day is about honoring heroes both nationally and locally while making sure future generations know about the day's significance.
It's just an opportunity for us to work together as a school to let the kids really kind of have a leadership role in leading this assembly and to teach them what it is like to work together. And I think that's something that not just our students today need, but our country. We need to learn how we can still work together.
Hazard High School faculty say they plan to continue hosting the 9/11 assembly each year to make sure students never forget. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Still to come, a Leslie County boy is being honored at the University of Kentucky football game this Saturday.
And dry weather will continue into the weekend, but will it continue next week? I'll have more up next.